Hello students, today we will learn about food chain and food web. The sequence of living organisms in a community in which one organism consumes another to transfer food energy is called food chain. Or in a simple words, food chain is the list of organisms showing who eats whom. This can be explained by taking the example of simple food chain operating in a grassland or forest. In a grassland or forest, there is lot of grass or green plants. These green plants are eaten up by the animals like deer, and this deer is then consumed by a lion. In this food chain, grass is the producer organism which uses sunlight energy to prepare food like carbohydrates by the process of photosynthesis. This grass is then consumed by a herbivore called deer, and the deer is consumed by a carnivore called lion. So in this food chain, three organisms are linked with each other. So this food chain is three-linked food chain. Next is four-linked food chain. In this food chain, four organisms are linked with each other. Here, grass is consumed by grasshopper, grasshopper is consumed by frog, and frog is consumed by snake. So four organisms are linked with each other. Next is five-linked food chain. In a five-linked food chain, five organisms are linked with each other. Here, flower is eaten by flies, and flies are eaten by frog. Frog is eaten by snake, and snake is eaten by eagle. So, in this food chain, five organisms are linked. Next example is of aquatic food chain that operates in water. In this food chain, flower is eaten by small fishes, and small fishes are eaten by larger fishes. And at last, larger fishes are eaten by birds. So this is also a four-linked food chain that operates in the aquatic environment. Next is the characteristics of food chain. Food chain shows the transfer of food energy from one organism to another. Food chain also represents a single directional transfer of energy. This can be explained by the help of an example. Here, plant is eaten by insect, and insect is eaten by mouse, and mouse is eaten by owl. In this food chain, there is single directional transfer of energy. It means that mouse cannot be eaten by an insect, and an owl cannot be eaten by a mouse. It means there is only a unidirectional flow of energy. Next is the importance of food chain. Why is food chain important? Food chain helps us in knowing various interactions among different organisms and also their interdependence. Next comes food web. The network of large number of food chains existing in an ecosystem is called food web. This can be explained by a simple food web. Here, four food chains are interlinked with each other. In a first food chain, leaves are eaten by caterpillar, and caterpillar is consumed by a snake, and then snake is consumed by an owl. In a second food chain, Grass is eaten by a caterpillar. Caterpillar is then eaten by a snake, and then snake is eaten by a hawk. In a third food chain, grass is eaten by a rabbit, and then rabbit is eaten by a hawk. In a fourth food chain, grass is eaten by a grasshopper, and grasshopper is then eaten by a blue jay, and blue jay is then eaten by an owl. So here, four food chains are interlinked with each other to form a food web. So this is all about the food chain and food web.